My name is Natalie Sfeir. I graduated with my Master of Science in Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences in 2021 from the University of Texas at Austin. I am currently an acute care speech language pathologist, and I'm finishing up my clinical fellowship year. I always knew I wanted to be in a helping field and an advocate for others. And so, one of the best ways that I learned that there's possibility to do that is through work in speech, language, and hearing sciences. And so, during my time in the graduate program at UT Austin, I had the opportunity to participate in different clinical experiences within our UT Speech and Hearing Clinic and also off campus by rotating at one of the Veterans Affairs hospitals, rotating at an elementary school, and having the opportunity to just gain knowledge and clinical skills from a variety of settings. And so my path really centered on first obtaining my bachelor's degree in speech and hearing sciences, and then my master's degree. And during my master's program, just really refining what population and what setting I was really interested in working with. A typical day in my current position really tends to look a little bit different day to day, but usually how I'm going to start my day as an adult acute care speech pathologist is I'll begin by doing a thorough chart review on all of the patients that I'm planning to see that day. And so that's really important to obtain key information on what I might be evaluating or treating with this patient. And so then once I get through my thorough chart review, I have the opportunity to collaborate with different professionals in the hospital setting to complete my assessment. And so I spend a lot of time treating adults who have swallowing disorders or dysphagia. I work with a lot of adults that are affected by strokes. And I also have the opportunity to do a lot of evaluation and treatment of various language disorders and cognitive communication disorders. And so that's essentially what my day usually looks like. It's pretty busy and it's pretty back and forth in the hospital setting. But it keeps me going. And so a couple of key experiences I had in my master's program was I had the opportunity to gain foundational knowledge through the different coursework that was offered in my master's program, especially a lot of the coursework that did center on cognitive communication disorders. So a key strategy that really helped me transition from my master's program to working in a clinical setting was really having the opportunity to gain that solid foundational knowledge through my coursework, through mentorship from some of my mentors and supervisors in a clinical and academic setting. And also by having the opportunity to actively participate in different internship, or what we call them externship settings, where you get exposure to a variety of clinical populations, diagnoses, treatments, and having that personal one-on-one mentorship from a clinical supervisor. I think during those clinical experiences, you have the opportunity to learn so much based on the populations you're serving, but also through the relationships you develop with your mentors, and really being able to take that knowledge and use it as you're transitioning into a full-time setting or into a full-time role as a speech language pathologist. I would say that a certain aspect of my background that has really contributed to my career exploration has to do with just my family background and cultural background in general. So I am Lebanese American. My parents immigrated from Lebanon in the 1980s, and my mother was always in a helping profession as well. She was a special education teacher. She's always served individuals with different disabilities. And so my background has really contributed to the types of profession where I really wanted to just be an advocate for others, and specifically an advocate for individuals with communication disorders. And so my current background has really allowed me to just delve into some of the populations I'm really interested in working with.